Good morning, hello and welcome. Carol here again with another Rock Your Journal. So we had a bit of a mothers meeting this morning on the moderators chat about this particular project, and because we've been getting so many responses on the Facebook group with people adding photos and stuff, we've decided to use a hashtag Rock Your Journal. I'm also going to be using that hashtag on Instagram as well when I get to post some photographs. The whole point of a hashtag is it just makes it easier to search for. So if when you go to the Facebook page and you type in the group's search page, hashtag Rock Your Journal, all the posts will come up, and same on Instagram. If you type in the hashtag and the title, those posts relating to that topic will become more visible to you. Now on the back of that, the Facebook group, it's been lovely that so many of you have wanted to join the group. I do have a stipulation that you have to answer all 3 questions, not 1, not 2, you've got to answer all 3. And what happens is you get the first question and then you need to scroll down the page. So it's not a click on to the next question. You have to scroll down the page to get to the other questions. And it's me that decides whether you're going to be allowed to join or not. So if you haven't answered all 3 questions, you won't be added. It's as simple as, because we are a private group, I like to make sure that the group is kept as safe as is physically possible on my part. So that is why. It's not for any other reason than I want to make sure that the members of the group are not spammers and not people who are for advertising their own business and that sort of stuff. So it's for the members' protection that you need to answer the 3 questions. Otherwise it's a no-go. To be able to find the link in the description box beneath any of my videos, apart from any lives until the live becomes a replay, in the description box you will find the link to the Facebook group. Also, when you go to the home page of my YouTube channel, up in the little banner at the top where the flowers are, in the bottom right hand corner there's a Facebook symbol, an Etsy symbol and an Instagram symbol. If you click on any one of those 3, it will take you automatically to my Facebook group, my Etsy shop, my Instagram account. All right, so that's another easy way of finding it. Right, school notice is over. Let's crack on with today's. Oh, also apparently, although I spelt number, apparently I was quite correct if I'd written it in German. So thank you for telling me minus an M. I needed another M in there as well. But apparently number is German for number. So there you go. Who knew? Hokey cokey. Let's show you the pages that I ended up doing. So this is my stamps page. Now, what I've done is I've done a collection of stamps, postage stamps, that sort of tied in colour-wise with the likes of my washi tape and the likes of my fabric tabs. I said the right word today. And some of them are slightly more raised because I cut them off of bubble wrap packaging. So there's some, there's some high, some low. Now at the moment I've got some blank spots within that, and so I found this little stamp relating to stamps, and it's got these teeny tiny little stamps in there, so I thought that I could fill some of these blank spots with some of these little teeny tiny things, but I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. This is my British corner down here. So this is one of the big postage stamps that we now get printed off for us at our local post office when it's classed as a large letter or a parcel. Let me see if I can show you a close-up of it. So it's a really big square printed thing. And then I've got Queen Liz, Bless the Little Cottons, some British buses, a British post box, British Sign Language, and then a little bit of Jane Austen there as well. Again, close ups. That's a Jane Austen stamp. So that's my British corner down there. But look at that one. Look, isn't that glorious? And it's got metallic on it as well. But the colours just go beautifully. Loving that. So that was my stamps page, which I did on the 1st of February. Now this is the one that I did on the 2nd of February for the stamping part. And there were some great suggestions for that, as well as like stamp it with your foot with paint on it or something, or stamp it with a boot on. Great idea. Stamp it by cutting out potatoes and vegetables and, you know, cutting out shapes and stamping those over the page. What I ended up doing with mine was I'd got this lovely patterned vellum. So I decided to use that. Now I need to show you a close-up for you to be able to see it clearly, hopefully. If I pull it back a little. Underneath the vellum, I did some bubble wrap printing. I used one of my Tim Holt stamps, so I just randomly did that on the background page. Then I put the piece of vellum on top of that to just soften that down a little. Then I stamped the Tim Holtz butterflies out onto the vellum, so like I did on here, and then I cut them out and attached them on top. Did some more bubble wrap stamping with a different shade of green on top of that. These little dots here were the cotton buds that I showed you, so they sort of made a nice little selection of dots. And then I added and Julie will tell you what name that is because she told me last night, but I can't remember of what that plant is. I added a stamp up here. I want to find my postage stamp so that I can, you know, add the 3 wiggly lines bit, so that I can incorporate that on there as well. So I need to find that. And then I've added a little saying down here. Whew! It actually didn't take me very long once I got started, but it sounds like there was a lot of work in that, but there actually wasn't. So that's my stamping page. So let's get on to prompt number 3. Now, some of you may struggle with today's prompt because it's something that we don't always find very easy to talk about and do. Now, my 3rd of February page is going to be a double spread page, okay? If yours is a double spread page, then this might be good for you to do this, but today's prompt is 5 things you like about yourself. And there's another word I want to put with this as well, which is reflections. Now, because of COVID and lots of being locked up and stuff, it has allowed us to do a lot of reflection about our lives, our jobs, our homes, our situations, ourselves. And one of the other things that I found is that we don't always talk about ourselves in a positive way. So I thought it would be quite nice if we focused on ourselves today. And as I say, I know that some of us will find this quite difficult because it's not something that we do easily. because we feel that it's been a little bit narcissistic or whatever. But we also need to be, you know, we also need to be kind to ourselves. So that's going to be my today's prompt. 5 things you like about yourself, stroke reflections. So you could also, and especially if you've got a double page spread, you've got more space to do this. You could also maybe write 5 things you find out about yourself that you want to alter or change. Maybe 5 things you don't like about yourself that you want to alter. So, you know, have this as a bit of a reflection about yourself page, okay? So this was what prompted this journal in the first instance, was this little suitcase. And if you saw the first video, when I looked through it, I found those. So I'm going to use those for this particular page. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a picture of myself so that I know I'm referring to me. And so what I did was, thank goodness they don't do avatars that show you as your true self being fat and with wrinkles. So this is my avatar that I use on Facebook. So I'm going to cut her out. Look, no double chin, no wrinkles. Bloody marvellous. So I'm going to cut my avatar out, and I'm going to use these then on here to write the 5 things that I like about myself. So it could be like, I like my hair, you know, it's real easy to look after. Love my hair. I like the way that I can laugh about myself. If I make a mucks up. So yeah, I like my personality. There are a couple of things I'd like to change about my personality, and I might be a little bit too long in the tooth to do that, but at least I'm aware there are things that could do with a little bit of attention, so I might write about those as well. And then I'm also going to use my bubble wrap again to create a little bit of a background, because I think to just cut her out, stick them on, writing them is just going to look a little bit bland. So I want to create a little bit of a background. So I thought I'd show you, in case you haven't done it before, what it looks like. And then I'm going to go off and leave you to contemplate today's prompt. There's more fun stuff to come as well. It's not all deep and serious and meaningful. So I just wiped that distress ink on the back of the bubble wrap. Okay, and then if I stick that down, there we go. Just push on it, lift it, ta-da! Okay, so it creates a great little background. So I'm going to do the same on this side, and then I'm going to get stuck into sticking these on. I'm going to use my white Posca pen, I think, depending on how much I need to write on those. Cut that out, stick that on, job's a good one. Okay, so there's your prompt for today. 5 things you like about yourself, maybe some reflections. All right, have fun with that, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.